5 o'clock Pacific, ABC. ACC title game, Charlotte. Clemson, look at this, 27.5, 52.5 against Pitt. This could get out of hand. Clemson was something to prove. More on that in a second and the reasons why. And the Atlantic division is dominated here. Get rid of divisions in college football. It's ridiculous. Here's Exhibit A. But the Atlantic is dominated. And remember what happened last year. A good team that was number 2 in the country at one point, Clemson, put the smackdown on Miami 38-3 in that game. But something to prove because South Carolina moved the ball on them. They had a ton of yards. And the fan base unhappy, even though they won by 3 touchdowns with the performance, and that pissed Sweeney off.
Yeah, and it should have pissed Sweeney off. I don't blame him for being pissed off. Say, hey, we won the game by 3 touchdowns. That's not enough for you guys? Screw you. Like the key is winning and not winning by 8 touchdowns every week. And he's absolutely right. And Sweeney, his little blow up, I thought was A, appropriate, B, 100% right, and C, speaks volumes about how the markets have caught up with Clemson. You're not getting point spread bargains with the Clemson Tigers anymore. That's 2 years in the past now. You're going to have to pay the premium to back one of the 2 truly elite teams in the country this year. I don't think there's any question. And of course, early money shown for the favorite on Clemson, early money shown for the under. And that has a lot to do with the fact that the bettors, I can't wrap my head. How's Pitt's going to score in this ballgame? The game that stands out to me was Clemson against Boston College, where, BC probably bigger than Pitt when it comes to their offensive front. They're a better power rushing team. And Pitt at home with the crowd going crazy in Chestnut Hill, they couldn't move the football one iota. Clemson's defensive line absolutely dominated that game. And when you picture that against Pitt's offensive line, and you say, here's Pitt, Kenny Pickett hasn't thrown for 200 yards in a game all season. It has to be Quadri Allison. They have to hand the football off and run effectively in order to even stay competitive in this contest. I can't fathom how they're going to do that. The one thing that could work in their favor, Pauly, on the defensive end, Clemson's speed is phenomenal. And earlier in the year, I made a mental note after the UCF game for Pitt saying this team defensively is not going to be able to handle skill position speed on the outside. But bad weather expected in Charlotte all day on Saturday. It could be a very wet turf. It could be nasty conditions. And that's one thing that could work in Pitt's favor and negate some of Clemson's team speed.
Talked to the Bear today from Game Day, Chris Felica. He said if UCF can torch him, what's Clemson going to do? I have to agree with him on that one. Okay, so keep an eye on the weather, though, too.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.